Welcome back to the deep dive. Normally, this is where we hit you with a whole stack of research, right?
Yes.
Articles, papers, maybe even a dusty old thesis.
Yeah, the usual mountain of sources.
Exactly. But today, we're doing something a bit different. We're focusing, really diving deep into just one source.
Just one. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, the lyrics of Alison McLean's song, Beneath the Surface. It's quite compelling.
Okay. I know the one. Powerful stuff.
Right. And our mission today isn't just, literary analysis. We're actually trying to use these lyrics like a philosophical map.
A map to understand what?
To understand knowledge, perception, how we actually get to what's real. Think of it as a songwriter guiding us on this quest for intellectual honesty.
Okay, I like that frame. And you see straight away how powerful that central metaphor is, the deep blue sea. It's not just water, is it? It's truth, complexity, the depth that we miss in everyday life.
Yeah, what's beneath the surface, exactly. And the chorus lays it all out, sets the goal right from the start. Show me what I really can see deep beyond the deep blue sea. So right there, it establishes the core problem, what we see now. It's not enough. Something vital is hidden.
Precisely. We're starting with the idea that our current view is, well, superficial.
Okay, so let's unpack that. If the goal is getting past the surface to that deep blue, the lyrics point to an obstacle, the illusion.
Yeah, the big barrier.
So we need to figure out, what is this illusion according to McLean? Is it just being wrong?
No.
Or not having enough information? What's stopping us?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting. The lyrics give us a crucial distinction. It's not about external barriers, not really.
Okay, the first verse defines the illusion. And it's not blindness, it's misdirection from within. McLean writes, "For that the illusion, my friend, is not what we see, but what we expect to see."
So it's expectation. What we think we'll see shapes what we actually perceive.
Exactly. Expectation over actual sight. That changes things, doesn't it? The quest for truth isn't just about finding new data. It's about, cleaning our own lens.
Right. We often focus on finding the right information, the best source.
Yeah.
But McLean's saying the real fight might be internal, against our own assumptions, our biases.
Because if the illusion is expectation, the barrier is inside us. That's much trickier than, say, just fog obscuring the view.
Much trickier because you often don't even realize you have the expectation. It feels like reality.
It masquerades as common sense.
Precisely. And McLean doesn't stop there. She traces where this damaging expectation comes from.
Okay, where?
She distinguishes between what we truly know through our own experience or rigorous thought and what we've just absorbed.
Right. The lyrics say the illusion stems from that not of what we know, that of what we have been told. So what we know, personal tested knowledge, that's okay. But what we have been told, that's the danger zone.
That's the source of the flawed expectations, according to the song.
So for you listening, if you're intellectually curious, this is a huge point. Your own critically examined experience is one thing, but received wisdom.
Yeah, the stuff you just pick up, cultural norms, things everyone knows in your field, ideas you haven't personally verified.
But you accept them because, well, everyone else does. They're just there.
That's the root of the expectation that blinds us. It highlights this difference between knowledge you've earned and opinions you've inherited, almost by osmosis. So the warning here is, treat anything you've just been told as potentially suspect until you've checked it out yourself. That seems to be the implication. If you want genuine insight, you need to be wary of information that arrived without your own investigation.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me. Because McLean doesn't just say, beware what you're told. She actually points fingers, doesn't she?
She does. Having set up this internal barrier, the expectation bias, the lyrics that identify the external architects, who's building that bias?
Who's providing the faulty measuring sticks for truth that shape our expectations?
Exactly. The lyrics name names, in a way. They call out who defines depth for us.
And who is it? Well, the song makes this claim. You see, the depth of the ocean and the deep blue sea is measured by media and society. Wow, okay. Media and society, they set the standard for what counts as deep or true.
That's the argument. They provide the definition, the measurement.
And the implication there is massive. If the very measurement of depth of truth comes from media and society,
then the standard itself is likely, well, artificial, constructed. Maybe for efficiency or mass appeal or control, rather than genuine understanding.
Think about how depth is often measured today, especially in media. Clicks, shares, sound bites.
Things that grab attention quickly, reaction over reflection.
Right, and genuine complexity, nuance, That takes time.
Yeah.
Doesn't usually perform well by those metrics.
No, it doesn't. And society often rewards the confident, simple narrative over the complex, maybe uncertain truth.
So when McLean says the deep blue sea is measured by these forces, she's saying the rulers themselves are designed to keep us shallow.
That seems to be the core critique. The external standards reinforce the illusion. They don't help us break through it.
And that loops back to the earlier idea, the illusion being said that one can truly see.
Exactly. If society hands you a ruler calibrated for shallowness and tells you you've measured the depths, how can you trust that?
You can't. You're still trapped in the expectations set by that flawed measurement.
Which brings us to the big question.
What do we do about it?
Yeah. If the measuring sticks are biased, if our expectations are warped, what's the way out? How do we get to the true demeanor of that depth?
And that's the pivot. The second verse moves from diagnosing the problem to prescribing a solution.
A solution to reach the real depth.
Yes. And it's not a small tweak. It's pretty radical.
Uncompromising is the word that comes to mind. It's not just check your sources or read opposing views.
No, it's much more fundamental. To break free from that societal measuring stick, the lyric state you need
What's the action?
is to disregard all that we have ever been told.
Disregard all. That sounds extreme. It does. A complete rejection, wiping the slate clean of all those expectations built by media and society.
So that your perception of the deep blue sea, your perception of truth, is based only on your own direct, unfiltered observation.
That seems to be the idea.
But hang on. Isn't that dangerous?
Mm.
Disregard all we've ever been told. Does that mean throwing out, I don't know, scientific facts, history, basic knowledge?
That's the immediate reaction, isn't it? It sounds like total nihilism or rejecting objective reality.
Yeah, like Cartesian doubt gone wild.
Right. But I think, given the context, the focus on measurement by media and society disregard here might be more nuanced.
How so?
It's perhaps less about rejecting the raw data, like the laws of physics, and more about rejecting the framework and the spin applied by external forces.
So distrusting the packaging, the interpretation, the consensus narrative that comes with the facts.
Exactly. You disregard the measurement, the value judgment, the context, the bias that society and media have imposed before you engage with the information itself.
Okay, so it's like an intellectual reboot. Neutralize the expectation bias first, then observe.
It's a kind of radical skepticism aimed at the source of the framing, at the messenger's agenda, not necessarily at the core information itself, although you'd still verify that too.
It's like intellectual hygiene. Stripping away the societal layer that told you this is deep, this is shallow, this is important, this is noise.
Precisely. And it brings McLean's whole argument together into basically 3 steps.
Okay, what are they? First, the quest. Realize you need true vision. Ask the question, show me what I really can see.
Admit you might not be seeing clearly now. Step 2, identification. Understand the main barrier isn't external fog, it's internal expectation shaped by media and society.
Recognize the illusion and its source. And step 3, the action. Commit to the practice of disregarding those external narratives that inherited framing to clear the way for your own direct sight. And without that third step, that active disregard, you're stuck.
You remain trapped, potentially mistaking the shallow measure for the true depth, believing the illusion.
So, stepping back, looking at the whole journey McLean lays out. The path to deep knowledge isn't easy. It requires, first, spotting that bias from expectation.
Which is hard enough in itself.
Right. And then, actively, maybe even painfully, discarding the conditioned reality, what we have been told.
It's a continuous process, likely, and the outro really hammers this home, doesn't it? It brings us right back to that core challenge.
Yeah, it repeats the key lines.
For that, the illusion, my friend, is not what we see, but what we expect to see. It reinforces that overcoming our own expectations moment by moment is the real, ongoing hurdle.
The knowledge might be there in the deep blue sea, but we're constantly pre-filtering it through this lens we've absorbed.
A lens shaped by culture, media, everything we've been told.
So, okay, what does this mean for you, the listener, trying to navigate today's world, swimming in information?
Well, McLean offers a framework, a demanding one. For intellectual freedom, maybe.
Suggesting true insight only comes through
Well,
profound skepticism about what you think you already know, especially why you think you know it. So if the path to seeing the true depth, the true demeanor, requires you to disregard all that we have ever been told, what's the first step for you?
Yeah, what foundational belief, what assumption that you perhaps absorbed from society or media?
What are you willing to question first?
Yeah.
to really hold up to the light and ask, is this something I know or just something I've been told?
Leave those expectations at the surface.
And start your dive. It's something to mull over.